Hey everyone, Chris and Amy Setzer here with the mortgage firm. That's right, the mortgage firm, Team Setzer, where me and my wife Amy are helping make closing simplified for our clients and realtor business partners right here in the Villages, Florida and surrounding areas. If you haven't already, please check out our latest video where we discuss the importance of your mortgage pre-approval letter before your offer. Let's get started.
Today we're discussing your escrow deposit, also called the contract deposit or earnest money deposit. And the real estate industry refers to them as EMDs. This is the initial contract deposit which you will negotiate and provide as your skin in the game to hold your contract with the seller and begin your inspection period. Our clients have a lot of questions about EMDs. We will try and answer some of those here. So Chris, can I use cash, a personal check, or do I need a bank wire for the EMD?
That's a great question. We get that all the time. Let me answer the first one for you, cash. So basically, I know a lot of you with your grandparents or parents basically told you over the years, the same thing mine did. Cash is king. Well, unfortunately, in the mortgage business, cash is killer. Okay, we have to be able to document all monies in and out of the transaction, and we'll make sure we keep track of that. So no mattress money, duffel bags full of cash, no safe money. If you have cash, on hand in your bank account where it can actually be documented, then of course you can utilize what's in your bank account. Your next question would be whether to get it there from your bank account in either a personal check or in a bank wire. So personal check, it's really up to the title company. Now, title companies are the keepers of the monies in and out of the transaction, and so they're going to let you know whichever title company you're set up with. That's usually selected by the seller, and basically they're going to let you know whether you can use a check for that, a personal check, or whether they're going to request a bank wire. If they do request a bank wire, they're going to give you specific wiring instructions for that. There's a lot of bank fraud that goes on out there, so you want to make sure that you're getting those wire instructions directly from your title company.
Can a friend or a family member give my EMD for me?
Well, that's a great question, and we have had that happen before. Unfortunately, those friends or family members are not part of your transaction. So once they give an earnest money deposit, we have to do all kinds of documentation to say why they're giving you money. And we understand, I know, I just borrowed it from a friend or borrowed it from a neighbor, and they're going to go ahead and take care of it for me, and then we're going to pay them back. Well, that's not really documentable in the mortgage industry. So unfortunately, we would say please don't use a friend. Just hang tight. Wait until you have the money accessible to you, or bank wire it directly where you don't have to worry about waiting on those funds to get to the title company.
Okay, where do my EMD monies go?
That's a great question too. So again, title company is the keepers of the monies in and out of the transaction, and so your earnest money deposit for your contract deposit, that is going to go directly to the title company into one of their accounts to hold for you, to then be credited back to you at closing.
How do I get my EMD back?
That's a great question. So there's three different ways that you can get your EMD back, and that's your earnest money deposit. You're either going to have a credit at closing for the amount of money that you have held. Let's just call that a $10,000 deposit. You're going to get a credit back for that at closing, which will go towards your down payment, closing costs, and prepaid items. The second option that we have available for that is that you all are all going to separate, not continue the transaction, and everyone has to agree and sign for where that money is going to go. And that could be all the money back to you as the buyer, $10,000. It could be split in half, $5,000 a piece. But it all has to be agreed upon in writing. Once it's all agreed upon, the monies can be released by the title company. All good. Last one is nobody agrees. Nobody's okay with giving up the deposit. In that case, unfortunately, it's time for litigation. So I would talk to your real estate agent. I discuss it very thoroughly, potentially with a real estate attorney. But those are your three options. So a credit at closing, everyone signs to where the monies are going to go and to who. and agrees to it, or nobody agrees and it has to go into litigation? Great question.
How much should I offer for an EMD?
That is, of course, totally up to you what you offer for an earnest money deposit. I will tell you that with Properties of the Villages, they have very specific set amounts that they want for contract deposits. So if you're buying a new construction home from them, they're looking for 10% of the overall purchase price as a contract deposit, as well as if you're looking at pre-existing homes with Properties of the Villages, they're going to be looking for a $10,000 dollar deposit directly. But everywhere else outside of homes that are listed with Properties of the Villages, all of the rest of those homes in the whole local area and most of the state of Florida are kind of negotiable on that as far as what you're going to offer. So that is really totally up to you. We recommend that you discuss that with your real estate agent thoroughly to know how much you want to risk, because like we said, you're going to get your credit at closing for it. Everybody's going to sign for where the money's go, or you're going to be under litigation for it. So you want to minimize that risk to the best of your ability, and still be able to win your offer. As always, the best place to start is to call or text the mortgage firm, Team Setzer, today.
We look forward to serving your Florida mortgage needs.